Right, if you're learning to drive, pay attention. Because if you make this decision without realising what you're doing on the road, it can cost you on your test. And I see a lot of learners doing this in this location and in Southport on the driving test. If you're not planning ahead and thinking about that road position, doing this, which I'm going to do in a second, it can cost you. Now, it all comes down to knowing where you're going. If you know where you're going and you've got that plan because you know a certain lane is going to benefit you more, then that's no problem. But on your driving test and on your driving lessons, usually you don't know where you're going. So this is what learners do, okay? They sail straight into the right lane. When both lanes are going right, they're like a magnet for that right lane, and they'll sail straight into it, and they'll stay right lane all the way round, okay? And they're still in the right lane. So this is the main problem, is they don't know where they're going. So why would you want to put yourself in this lane? Now imagine now, right, on your driving test, your examiner says to you, at the lights, I want you to turn left. Now we're in this lane. Right, now we've got to make that effort to move back over to that lane, which could be tricky. And you're going to have to affect other people. Other people are going to have to let you in. Why would you want to have to deal with that stuff when you could simply be in that left lane? Your life's going to be a lot easier with less challenges if you're in that left lane. So back there, both lanes went right, but the left lane went right and straight on. So stay to the left. But for some reason, learners are like a magnet for that right lane, and they'll just sail straight into it without really thinking about what they're doing or where they're going to. So look now, let's say, okay, we didn't turn left there on test, we're still in the right lane. We're going to ignore that phone call. It's another distraction, isn't it, that? Alright, so now what we've got to do now is we've got to move over eventually. The lanes end up merging into one lane. So we've got this to deal with now, right? And oh look, I don't think this van, yes he does, look. Yes he does, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Nice one, mate. We'll give him a little thank you there. He was all right there. For a second, I didn't think he wanted to let us in. But that was nice. That was a nice little merge. So why would you want to deal with that stuff on your test? Okay? So if both lanes go right, stick in the left lane. It's going to make your life a lot easier. But you see, a lot of learners just sail into the right lane without really thinking about it. But remember, your normal driving position is to the left. Unless you're turning right or overtaking another vehicle. Okay? But if you've got two lanes that go right, like we did back there, then stick in the left lane, because you don't know where you're travelling to. But if you know where you're going, like me, I know I'm going home, I know that right lane is going to be a lot emptier, it's going to flow better. Much better than that left lane. The left lane, it gets a lot of traffic going to Liverpool. So learners, my top tip for that is keep it simple. If road markings don't tell you otherwise, stay in that left lane.